Do you think you'll get married?
Oh, I've been waiting to be asked that question.
Sorry.
No, really,
Oh, really?
I think about this every day.
Really?
Really, every single day.
Really?
Yeah, I recently, I went and visited my dad's grave for the first time since I like took a Dixie cup and like scooped his ashes. It wasn't very ceremonious, but so I did that a few months ago. But then this is the first time that I visited it a few days ago. And I went and sat down, and there's like this little scraggly tree that we planted there. It's like hopefully going to become big. But so I was just like talking to him. It was my first time. Like I got there. I was like, I don't really know how to do this. But I ended up like talking about this in particular. And I mean, the first thing I said was like, I thought when you died, I was saying this to the little dogwood tree. I was like, I thought when you died, all my priorities would shift, and I would be this elevated person, and I would care about bigger things, stop caring about petty things. But instead, in the 6 months since he's died, I'm just every day like, does this cute person like me? Like, is my stomach too big for these jeans? You know what I mean? Like that I'm just thinking the exact same thoughts as before. So that was my lament. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? The romantic obsessions and the crushes, I'm not gonna completely, set those aside as just petty, trivial, superficial, vain concerns, because ultimately, and this is like, I was crying to the tree, just sobbing and being like, I do want to have a partner. I do want to have like a family. I don't necessarily want kids, but a feeling of a family. I want to have a place, like I want to have someone looking out for me. I was just like, yeah, just talking to this tree, being like, I've proven I can take care of myself, but I also want like an ally. So yeah, I think about this a lot. It's really on my mind. And as you get older, I'm sure you've had this experience too, what you look for in a relationship really changes. And I've noticed this a lot in the past just even year.
How has it changed?
That I went from being like, I want someone who's like, who makes my life like crazy and fun and dramatic and interesting, which, still sounds cool. But now I've started feeling very drawn to people that are just like super consistent and stable. Not like, oh, they make a lot of money and they're going to provide for me, but more like they're just emotionally really even keeled. They don't want too much from life. Like I feel like I realized I was trying to date myself, but that's too much for one relationship.
Yeah.
Like I'm too intense. And so it's nice to be with someone that's like, hey, like you're kind of freaking out, and like your mind's like going wild, and they're just, yeah, I don't want to say they want less, but they just are more satisfied with being a person, which is really beneficial for me to be around people that are like, it's okay to just wake up and exist. That's a life. For me, I'm like, I have to like win all these awards and be like given all this attention and make all this art and like express myself and be this incredible person. And I want to be that, and I'm not, and it kills me. And then it's nice to just hang out with someone who's like, actually, like we can just like eat food and rest and like do fun activities, and that's a life. So I want to be around people like that more as I get older.
Yeah, it's not good when you have two people in a relationship who both want the light to shine on them.
Well, what's your situation? Like, do you want to get married?
Yeah.
Have you come close to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to get married and have kids and have a family. Yeah. I think it's a little trickier when, you're like, you don't have that stable career. Or maybe I feel like,
as a man, I think it's different. I think expectations are really different.
Yeah. I think, and maybe I put a lot of pressure on myself to be like have everything super figured out before I make that leap.
But again, it's great to have the excuse of like, this is why I don't have a partnership, because I'm still working out my finances and my career. So, like, it's not because like, it's hard to meet the right person or whatever. I've fumbled situations or I need to grow or change. Like, cause I mean, There's always going to be a reason. There's always a reason. But I think it's really just luck. Like, you meet the person or you don't meet the person, you know, in a certain time frame.
Yeah. You know, it reminds me, like, this is, I think, the thing people hate as much as anything about phones is, like, the dating apps.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think everybody would be happy to not use those anymore. Yeah.
So let's not. I mean, I have gone through a major shift. I should have written. Did I write about? Oh, I wrote about this in the pamphlet. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have this big list of things I wanted to include, and at the end of the day, I was like, "You just got to publish this," but that made it in. That I was addicted to dating apps. Like, really was spending just on Tinder like 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, massively swiping, getting to the point where living in a major city, I would have like thousands of matches. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to be like, my age range was like 30 years, you know, and I'm swiping all day. And so that was my world. And I was just obsessively like, I need to go on a date. I need to go on a date. Like, I would go on 3 dates a day. It was crazy. And I recently got off of them. And I know it's like, when people say this kind of stuff, it really annoys me. But I started meeting people in real life when I got off them.
Yeah.
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 It just happened.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to ride that wave.
In Peterborough? Oh, wait. I can cut that. Sorry. Yeah. We'll cut that down. I'll note the.
Well, but come on.
59,
no, because
59, 32.
McDowell's there. Like.
Oh, that's true.
There's no way that we can avoid that. No, and also the funny thing is that people keep saying to me, because they're like, I can't remember the last time a young person moved to this town. They're like, I hope this is the start of something. I hope more people start moving out here. And I'm like, that's really optimistic. I'm just kind of a crazy person. I'm not indicative of a trend. But if anybody wants to move to Peterborough, if anybody's curious and just wants to visit, I'm fully serious if you're curious about small town life.
Yeah.
And you want to come out, check it out, see what's going on, you know, have a little tour. I'm happy to be an ambassador. I would love more people around. Like, there aren't that many young people there. So yeah, I'm not going to go on the record publicly about whether I have romantic interest in this tiny town.
Well, that's why I mentioned it.
There's literally...
I was like, oh, really, there?
I looked at the demographics. There's like, I think at age 30... there's like 100-something men, and most of those people are married and have kids, you know. So the pool of like single men at my age is probably more like 30 people. So anyway, I cannot be like, let's just start playing Guess Who here.